Another government scam exposed by independent politicians in Ireland. Today we have Ken O'Flynn from Independent Ireland talking about another scam that they just exposed, okay, in relation to Ukrainians or some foreign entity coming to Ireland and getting paid €200,000 to fund their cars and their car payments and expenses. Now, if you have a €200,000 car, your wages for an average citizen, Irish citizen, would be millions, like, to afford that. Like, that's crazy. I mean, just to even change the flipping wheels would be crazy. €5,000, like an insane amount of money. We're not talking about like a Ford Mustang or even a Porsche, guys. We're talking about next level, Lamborghini Urus. We're talking about these massively expensive cars, which boggles your mind. How the hell is this even able to be real, and how the hell is it legal? We're about to find out, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be exposing all these crazy scams that the government of Ireland are funding. Okay, the EU, the UN is funding as well. Of course, we know all about the UN on this channel. So let's hear what Ken has to say about this one.
We've discovered today from an answer back from the Minister that 1.6 million has been spent on 8 cars. That's roughly about 200,000 per car. I'm not quite sure what kind of car costs 200,000. These cars have been made available to Ukrainian citizens, 8 of those in total that we found out so far. This doesn't cover the chauffeuring cost. It doesn't cover the cost of insurance tax. It doesn't cover the cost of the drivers that are driving these. I find that astonishing because my party colleague, Michael Collins, rose in the Dáil the other day, the fact that Cancer Connects cannot get a minuscule amount of money to carry out their service. What Cancer Connects does is help people to get their hospital appointments who are suffering from cancer all over Cork City and County. And it just shows the injustice and unfairness that's happening in Irish society by our government, not by anybody else, by our government, who is providing funds for certain people in society and not providing funds for others. And I've always said this isn't about race, this isn't about creed, this isn't about colour, this isn't about ethnicity, this is about being fair to everybody. You cannot provide a service to one group of people and not provide the same service to all of them. I just find it absolutely astonishing. It's annoying, and this is what our taxpayers' money are going on. I'm going to keep on going with this. I'm going to keep on digging. I have lots of FOIs into lots of different companies that are state funded regarding all of this and regarding all the payments that are coming out and being hidden from the general public. And I think it's about time we were accountable, and every cent is accountable because it's your money, it's my money, it's our taxpayers' money. Anyway, I'll keep going, keep fighting for you, keep talking up for you, and keep asking the tough questions that everybody else is afraid to ask.
This is a great guy right here. So we're going to break down this video a little bit. Great guy. And explains exactly why we need some sort of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. We need some department like that in the Irish government, guys, because when it seems like whenever somebody makes a mistake, the bike shed, whatever, nobody knows where's the money gone. Hey, how much money do you get paid for your annual, the CEO of flipping, what was it, the CEO of RT? How much do you get paid in your yearly wages? He didn't even know. Like, everybody knows their yearly wages. I mean, just stupid as could be, guys. Bike shed, nobody knows who signed off in the bike shed. They asked the flipping Taoiseach, hey, Taoiseach, who the hell signed off in the bike shed? Who is going to get reprimanded because you made a mistake? Which, if me or you, if we were working a regular job, if I was working in sales and I sold something and scammed somebody out of flipping, 300,000, I'd get fired. I'd probably end up in jail. But in the government, you're flipping promoted. Okay, so if you scam somebody out of money in your job, whether you work in medical company, whether you work in the flipping shop, if you scam somebody out of 500, €1,000, you go to jail. But in the government, it's encouraged. Okay, bribery as well, trying to get into places. These donations that they give them, absolutely insane, guys. So, like he said in the very beginning, he doesn't even know what a €200,000 car is. And
I'm not quite sure.
And I'll tell you what it is. It's a flipping Lamborghini Urus. It's one of these high-spec really high-spec Porsche. It could be a flipping, high-spec Mercedes. We're talking about a flipping G-Wagon, for all the people that are into, their cars and stuff. I'm not even into cars like that. And I know that it's a crazy amount of money to spend on a car. The average price of a car in Ireland is 46,000, okay, which is quite high. Our car is 20,000. Okay, my car is, it's a Toyota. It cost $18,000 10 years ago when we first bought it. Okay, it's a very expensive amount of money to be spending on a car. $200,000 is astronomical. I mean, most people in their lifetime, maybe 0.1% of people will be able to afford that. Most people will never be able to afford that. It's absolutely ludicrous.
What kind of car costs 200,000? These cars have been made available to Ukrainian citizens, 8 of those in total that we found out so far. This doesn't cover the chauffeuring cost. It doesn't cover the cost of insurance tax. It doesn't cover the cost of the drivers that are driving these.
So they're also getting chauffeured with an added expense. So they're getting chauffeured in €200,000 car. Is the BMW, is the S-Class or whatever are these cars not good enough? The €50,000, €60,000 car, €70,000 car, are they not good enough? And then they also have to have a chauffeur. It's like a BMW i8. That's how much a flipping €200,000 car would cost. Like, astronomical amount of money, guys. Like, why the hell are they getting chauffeured? Like, if you come to Ireland, guys, you have to work for stuff. You can't just expect to get stuff. And this is the whole thing. If they're giving money to outsiders and not our own citizens, why the hell do we have passports in this country? Why the hell are we proud Irish citizens? It makes zero sense. There's not rules for thee and rules for he. You know what I mean? You have to have it both the same, guys. You can't have different set of rules for other people just because they're coming from somewhere else. If that's the case, I would just give all the money to Irish people and just have the outsiders have nothing. Let's just flip it around. Could you imagine if the Irish government was to come out tomorrow and say, we're going to give all this money to Irish citizens. Anyone that has an Irish passport is going to get rich, okay? Thousands every month, okay? Like sort of a basic income allowance. And everybody else, an outsider, is getting nothing. Could you imagine? There would be flipping uproar. Everyone would be going crazy, like, right? But because it's done to the outsiders coming in, no one cares, like. It's absolutely ludicrous, guys. Absolutely ludicrous.
I find that astonishing because my party colleague, Michael Collins, rose...
Great name for a colleague, by the way. Michael Collins. What a great name to lead Independent Ireland. Great name, okay? Go check out one of the founders of the state, guys. Michael Collins, great man. R.I.P. Died very young, okay? Killed by a spy, they suppose. They don't really know who he was killed by, or who they know who he was killed by. They don't know who actually set it up, guys, because obviously there was a big team behind it. Whenever there's any one of these assassinations or shootings, like the shooting of Donald Trump, they think it's the lone gunman. Oh, the lone gunman just went crazy. He never achieved anything in his life, but then he was able to kill Michael Collins, okay? No, that's not what happened. He had a team behind him, probably led by an inside spy from the Irish government or the British. We don't really know exactly what happened, but yeah, R.I.P. Michael Collins. Great name to have in the Dáil.
In the Dáil the other day, the fact that Cancer Connects cannot get a minuscule amount of money to carry out their service. What Cancer Connects does is help people to get their hospital appointments who are suffering from cancer all over Cork City and County. And
so all over Cork, and I'm sure Ken is from Cork, great Cork accent big Cork accent. They can't even get cancer patients their appointments in the hospital, but they're able to fund outside people that shouldn't be getting outside money. Like, this is the whole thing, guys. People don't even get why people get mad in this country. Oh, why is Irish man, why is Paddy getting all riled up over there? Why is Paddy all mad? Paddy's mad because you're funding everybody but Paddy. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. It's a joke. This whole place is a joke. This place has gone to the dogs, lads. What the hell has happened to this place? The cancer patient can't get a flipping nickel for his grandma, okay? And flipping everyone else, and it's no joke. You know what I mean? It's no joke. And then it's goddamn, payday for everybody else. It's payday for the flipping people coming in, and it's nothing to do where you're from. It doesn't matter if you're Ukrainian, Albanian, Serbian, Croatian. Shit, it doesn't matter if you're flipping from Brazil, Argentina, Chile, you're from Mongolia, from Timbuktu, Tanzania. It doesn't matter, guys. You're from the US, you're from Chicago, New York. You can't come to Ireland and expect shit. That's ludicrous, because that's not even a country, man. That's a joke, bro.
It just shows the injustice and unfairness that's happening in Irish society by our government, not by anybody else.
Yes.
By our government, who is providing funds for certain people in society and not providing funds for others. And I've always said this isn't about race, this isn't about creed, this isn't about colour, this isn't about ethnicity. This is about being fair to everybody. You cannot provide a service to one group of people and not provide the same service to our own. I just find it absolutely astonishing. It's annoying, and this is what our taxpayers' money are going on. I'm going to keep on going with this. I'm going to keep on digging. I have lots of FOIs into lots of different companies that are...
Yeah, and obviously he should keep digging. Everyone that's working for independent sectors and different government sectors, like in Ireland, Independent Ireland, you know, all these different branches, I think it's the Irish Freedom Party, all these different parties, they should be digging into these different sectors and asking, where is this money going? Where is the taxpayers' money going? Because if me or you were to buy a car for 50,000, it would be quite expensive. Like, that would be quite a big deal. But for the government spending your money, it's not a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? I get donations and stuff, and I'm able to buy stuff. The money is less emotionally attached to me if I don't work very, very hard to it. And the government, they're spending your money. They're not going to be held accountable for that. And also, guys, you know, spending somebody else's money is a lot easier than spending your own money. Unbelievable. This is a travesty. This is a flipping scam at the highest order. You couldn't even write this.
Are state funded regarding all of this and regarding all the payments that are coming out and being hidden from the general public. And I think it's about time we were accountable, and every cent is accountable.
Yes.
Because it's your money, it's my money, it's our taxpayers' money. Anyway, I'll keep going, keep fighting for you, keep talking up for you, and keep asking the tough questions that everybody else is afraid to ask.
Keep asking the tough questions that everybody else is afraid to ask. I love that. This is why I expose Stupid Protein Bar, the two Johnnies, all these idiot presenters on the TV, RT, News Talk, Virgin Media, Radio 1, all these bullshit artists, okay, because they are pushing their own agenda and you are being left in the dirt. As an average Irish citizen, okay, you're ethnically Irish person as well, you are being screwed, okay? If you have a passport as well, you're being screwed. It's not just about certain ethnic Irish people, the whole... If you have a passport, if you live here, you are being screwed, okay? You understand? This is a complete travesty. Great to be exposed by Ken O'Flynn, I think his name is. Shout out to Independent Ireland. You know, for me personally, I don't love political parties. You know, I've said this before. But a party that's set up with independents in it, I'm not, you know, I'm very inclined and not mad at that at all. I just don't like having, you know, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, and then Sinn Féin there kind of has that three-headed dragon. Instead of a two-headed dragon, now we have a three-headed dragon. We're not able to vote for anybody else. So I love to see other parties come through and represent the people. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. If you want to help support me and keep pushing back against the mainstream, make sure to hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today for just €5, the price of a coffee. And I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.